We all encounter negativity in our lives. It could be a harsh comment, a stressful situation, or even our own self-doubt. But what if I told you that the way we respond to this negativity can make all the difference? Today, we're going to delve into the concept that the less you respond to negativity, the more peaceful your life becomes. This isn't just a catchy phrase, but a philosophy that can help us lead happier, healthier lives. I remember a time when I used to let every negative comment or situation affect me deeply. It was exhausting and left me feeling drained. But over time, I learned to manage my responses, and it has made a world of difference. In this video, we'll explore what negativity is, how our responses can fuel or diffuse it, and most importantly, strategies to reduce our responses to negativity. Our goal? To help you cultivate a more peaceful and positive life. So, are you ready to embark on this journey towards a more peaceful life? Let's dive in. Understanding negativity. Before we can tackle negativity, we first need to understand what it is and where it comes from. Negativity can be defined as a tendency to be downbeat, disagreeable, and skeptical. It's often a reaction to stress, disappointment, or fear. It can come from external sources, like a critical colleague or a pessimistic friend, or it can come from within ourselves, in the form of self-doubt or negative self-talk. Now, it's important to remember that it's completely normal to experience negativity. We're wired to pay more attention to negative events as a survival mechanism. This is known as the negativity bias. However, when negativity becomes a constant in our lives, it can take a toll on our mental and physical health. It can lead to anxiety, depression, and even physical symptoms like headaches or fatigue. Understanding negativity and its impact is the first step towards managing our responses to it. Remember, knowledge is power. And with this knowledge, we can start to make changes that will lead to a more peaceful life. The power of response. Now that we understand negativity, let's talk about our responses to it. This is where the real power lies. There's a significant difference between reacting and responding. A reaction is often immediate, driven by the subconscious mind, and lacks thought. On the other hand, a response is slower, involves thoughtful consideration, and is driven by the conscious mind. When we react to negativity, we often fuel it. We might snap back at a critical comment or dwell on a negative thought. But when we respond, we have the power to diffuse negativity. Research has shown that our responses to negativity can significantly impact our mental and physical health. For instance, people who respond to negativity with resilience and positivity tend to have lower stress levels and better overall health. So, how do we shift from reacting to responding? That's what we'll explore in the next section. But remember, the power to change our lives lies in our responses. Strategies to reduce responses to negativity. Now that we understand the power of response, let's dive into some strategies to help us reduce our responses to negativity. Firstly, mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness is about being present and aware of our thoughts and feelings without judgment. It helps us recognize negativity without getting swept up in it. Meditation is a practice that enhances our mindfulness skills. Even a few minutes a day can help us manage our responses to negativity. Secondly, positive affirmations and visualization. Positive affirmations are statements that can help us challenge and overcome negative thoughts. Visualization involves picturing a positive outcome or situation, which can help shift our focus from negativity. Lastly, setting boundaries and limiting exposure. It's important to set emotional and physical boundaries with people or situations that bring negativity into our lives. Limiting our exposure to these sources of negativity can significantly reduce our need to respond. These strategies are not a one-size-fits-all solution, and they require practice. But with time, they can help us reduce our responses to negativity and cultivate a more peaceful life. The impact of less response to negativity. So, what happens when we start to reduce our responses to negativity? Let's talk about the impact. In the short term, you'll likely notice immediate benefits. Reduced stress, a better mood, and improved relationships are just a few. You might find that you're less reactive and more in control of your emotions. In the long term, the benefits can be even more profound. Improved mental health, increased productivity, and an enhanced quality of life are all possible. You might find that you're more resilient, more optimistic, and more at peace. Remember, this isn't about ignoring or suppressing negativity. It's about managing our responses to it. And when we do that, we create space for more positivity and peace in our lives. Real-life examples and success stories. Now, let's bring this all to life with some real-world examples and success stories. Consider the story of Maya, a software engineer who was constantly stressed due to her critical boss. She started practicing mindfulness and meditation, and began to respond to her boss's criticism with calmness and composure, rather than reacting defensively. Over time, Maya noticed a significant decrease in her stress levels. She was happier at work, and her relationship with her boss improved. She even received a promotion for her improved performance and positive attitude. Or take the example of Alex, a student who struggled with negative self-talk. He started using positive affirmations and visualization techniques. Over time, his confidence improved, his grades got better, and he was more at peace with himself. These stories show that it's possible to reduce our responses to negativity and cultivate a more peaceful life. It takes practice and patience, but the results can be truly transformative. Conclusion. As we wrap up, let's quickly recap what we've learned today. We've explored what negativity is, how our responses can fuel or diffuse it, and strategies to reduce our responses to negativity. We've also seen the impact of these changes, both in the short and long term, through real-life examples. Remember, the journey towards a more peaceful life is a personal one. It's not about perfection, but progress. It's about making small, consistent changes that add up over time. As we conclude, I want to leave you with a quote by Thich Nhat Hanh: "Peace is every step." Each step we take towards managing our responses to negativity is a step towards peace.